All right, guys, in today's video, we are going through the two things that you can do today to transition. If you're considering a career or a job transition, these are the two things that you can do to get hired in today's market, which obviously there's a lot of uncertainty out there. There's a lot of companies laying off employees or doing, hiring freezes, all of that stuff. So we're going to go through the two things that you can do to set yourself apart from everybody else. And for those of you who are new here, my name is Katie. I am a coach with Career Sprout, where on average it takes us about 63 days to grow somebody's salary by about $37,000. Now, typically this comes in the form of a job transition to a new company. So let's dive in here. First and foremost, I've got notes over here, so you're going to see me glancing at my screen. First and foremost, you don't start with your resume. That is not everybody tries to start with a resume and start with all of their, accomplishments. That is not the right way to go about it. First, what you want to do is think about what you want, right? Because if you write a resume of all the things that you've done, but you're not happy at your job, you are just going to attract more of what you don't want. So instead, you want to get really clear on three things. Number one, what are your biggest strengths, achievements, and problems that you have been able to solve? Okay, so that's number one. Number two, then you want to look for different jobs that can help you leverage those skills, the aspects of each of those things that you actually enjoy doing. And then part three of this is look for the companies that are hiring for those jobs. Okay, so again, is that now going to become a little bit more limited? Absolutely. It's not completely shut down at all, and it will likely never be completely shut down. So step one is you want to go through your biggest strengths, your achievements, the problems that you've helped solve. Then you want to look for the jobs that would cater to those, would allow you to do more of that you enjoyed. It may not be in the same career that you're in right now. Totally fine. Then you want to reach out, or you want to identify the companies that are hiring for those jobs. So that's all in step one, a little bit of pre-work exercise. Then step two, you don't apply to those jobs. That is not the next step. That's where a lot of people get it wrong. You're gonna waste countless hours doing that, and there's a very low return on investment if you're just applying to these jobs. So instead, you wanna do what we call our proactive or our consultative outreach. And in that instance, what you're doing is you are reaching out to specific individuals within the companies. These are going to be the hiring managers or prospective hiring managers or executives who are hiring for these roles, and you're going to reach out to them, not about the role. This is the big key distinction here. Most people will, they'll reach out and say, hey, I saw you had a job opening with, XYZ position. That's not how you start. They get 1,000 of those a day. Instead, you want to identify or reach out about the possible problems that they may be hiring that role to solve, right? So that's where what you've got to do is put yourself in the shoes of the company and see, okay, they would not be hiring, especially in today's market. They are not hiring for fun right now. They are hiring to solve a very specific problem. So if you can ask questions about that problem, you can come in with more of a consultative approach. And then that's where you can ask, it's very important for you to ask very thoughtful questions, right? Those questions that are going to come from your experience and what this person this company needs help solving by hiring for this position. And then he was being also ready to, when you're in that position, when you're asking those questions, being ready to propose potential solutions to those problems. Now, this is going to this is going to catch the attention of these hiring managers. Why? Because they're hiring to solve a problem, and because you're showing up very differently than anybody else who may be reaching out to potentially present themselves as a solution to that problem. That is what produces a ton of calls. If you do it properly, almost every company that you reach out to in that manner, or the individuals within the companies, I should say, they will want to get on a call with you. Okay, and so then that's where it becomes, okay, the rest of the process, which we have a ton of videos on this already in and around here, so I won't extend this too long, but all of that just gets you in the door. And so it's really important that you know that you are going to a company that is in alignment with what you want, right? Because it is a very, very powerful process. And so it's very important for you to start with what you really want and the companies that have the culture, the mission, the vision, the values that are in alignment with you, so that when you are on these calls, it's a match, not just an experience match, but also a cultural match. And it allows you want to make sure you have all of the things, the lifestyle that you want, the work-life harmony that you want, all of that stuff. It's very important for you to do that work beforehand. It's funny, a lot of people will spend, hours sitting there and applying to whatever they can find, where if you just took 1 to 3 hours before you started to come up with what you really wanted, you could save all of that time and just go and have very targeted success. So hopefully that was helpful for you guys. We are about to, tomorrow, we are doing a free State of the Union for everybody. I'll put the link in the description below where you can register and learn a little bit more in depth of the framework that we just spoke about. Go a little bit more in depth so that you can set yourself up if you are considering a job transition or you're not sure whether or not you should be considering a job transition or job search. You can come to the State of the Union. Our Career Sprouts founder is actually going to be presenting the entire framework that you can use and what you can expect, the roadblocks, the curveballs, everything that you should expect over these next couple of months, and well, beyond that, quite frankly, as well. So I'll put the link below. Hopefully you guys are having a good one, and I will talk to you soon.